In this year's balloting by 99 media members across the country, 11 of the league's 30 coaches received votes. J.B. Bickerstaff, Rick Carlisle, Jason Kidd, Michael Malone, Joe Mazzulla, Eric Spoelstra, Tom Thibodeau, Ime Udoka, and the three leading vote-getters who were the finalists for NBA Coach of the Year. They are Mark Daigneault of the Oklahoma City Thunder, Minnesota's Chris Finch, and Orlando Magic head coach Jamal Mosley. You guys have all had a crack at one of these so far, so
yes.
Let me.
This is a good one right here.
Let you know, this
three worthy recipients.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are a lot of good coaches this year. The Coach of the Year in the NBA of 2024 is Mark Daigneault of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
57-25, number one seed in the West. Their most wins for that franchise since 2014. So, Mark Daigneault at the age of 39.
Is he the youngest coach in the NBA?
He is not the youngest coach in the NBA. Will Hardy is younger than.
In Utah?
He is. Yep.
Well, he gonna age fast for that team in Utah.
Right.
He'll catch him soon.
But for Mark Daigneault, what a season this team has had, and a young team at that.
Well, number one, nobody expected them to be the number one seed. What he's done is tremendous, and they, in my opinion, Sam Prest is the best GM in the NBA, in my opinion, and he makes it work. It's fun to watch, and that youthful exuberance after every game is just awesome.
Yeah. Joe Mazzulla, by the way, and Will Hardy, both younger than Mark Daigneault at the age of 39. And Mark Daigneault is joining us now, just moments after getting the news from us. And Mark, congratulations, number one.
Thank you very much.
No, it's our pleasure. Hey, when I read players' descriptions of you, I think the term that comes out the most is that you are open-minded. What does that mean, and how does that translate into your job as an NBA head coach?
Well, I think it's a requirement. I mean, these are the best players in the world, and our particular team is a privilege to coach, and they earn every bit of that. I mean, they're unbelievable professionals. They're committed. They play together. They're competitive. And so it's hard not to be open-minded with this group of guys.
Coach Heck here. I know when you coach a young team, sometimes it's hard to implement a system for everybody to adapt to. How did you get the young guys to buy into what you were teaching them?
Well, I've used the word uncommon with this team all year. And, the reason I think they're so uncommon is incredible ambition. They care about their individual careers. They work incredibly hard individually, but they also really appreciate each other's success, and they root for each other. They're behind each other. And we've done everything together all year, up, down, doesn't matter. We compete together as a team. That's why they're such a privilege to coach.
Coach, number one, again, congratulations. I thought yesterday was probably your most impressive job of coaching. You take a bunch of young guys on the road. They've never really been in a pressure playoff situation because obviously game 3, when you're up 2-0, that home team has to play with great desperation. Your team never seemed like unnerved or actually worried. How did you get those young guys to be like, guys, we got to go out and be ready for it. They're going to come punch us in the mouth early. How'd you get that done?
We haven't passed every test, but we've gotten that done a lot this year. I always go back to just the types of people we have. We have great people in the locker room. These guys are from great families. They're great professionals. They're young professionals, but they're great professionals. Sam and his group have done a great job of assembling a group of guys that are like-minded, mature, tough, competitive, all the things you need to be a successful team. So despite the fact that we're young, I think we have the right people.
Coach, again, congratulations. First thing I have to question is, when you have this talent and you look at your team, I always feel like great teams have a style of play. What would be your style of play, and what would be your non-negotiables as a coach?
I mean, you guys know this, the style always kind of follows the personnel of the players, and that's part of our job is to put them in those positions. But the non-negotiables really, not just for me as a coach, just organizationally, are just high professionalism, and then guys that are going to compete together. We want to rise to competitive challenges, and we want to do it as five on the floor, and then the 18 guys in the locker room. And we found a group of guys that have really embraced that. They're great professionals. And then whatever hurdles in front of us, whether we clear it or whether we fall short, we do it together. They embrace doing it together. That's why it's been such an honor to coach them.
I know you got your start. You were a student manager at UConn. Jim Calhoun was the head coach at the time. You've worked closely with Billy Donovan. What are the most important things you learned from them?
I mean, I've learned from great people. I've been around great people. And, the one thing I'll say is I've been given great responsibility and opportunity in my life, probably, on projection or before that I really earned it. People were constantly putting me in the game, giving me opportunities. And I've tried to reciprocate that with, players, assistant coaches, people I get to work with, is giving people opportunities, giving people confidence. And our players have reciprocated that. When we put these guys in the game, they go play. And a lot of people have done that for me. I'm very appreciative of that, from my family, my wife and kids, and then all the people that I've gotten to work with up until this point, Sam, Mr. Bennett, the people that have given me this responsibility, something I don't take lightly. I try to reciprocate it with my work. And then I try to pour that back in the guys, and the guys have done an unbelievable job of rewarding us for that.
Hey, last thing before we let you go, because I've wanted to ask coaches this. When you were a younger coach with the full responsibility for the first time, whether that's G League with the Oklahoma City Blue or whatever, the first time you draw something up and it works, what's that feel like?
Well, I can tell you the first time you draw something up and it doesn't work, that happens a lot more. And then it starts to work a little bit more. But it's a great responsibility. This is these guys' dreams. This is their careers. They don't get to play forever. And, their dreams are in our hands as an organization when they're with us. And so it's our responsibility to try to make it work for them. And, I'm around a group of people that in the organization, from assistant coaches, everybody that's got their fingerprints on this thing, that care deeply about our players. And we're constantly trying to put them in positions to be successful. And when they have success, when the team has success, there's no better feeling for us.
Coach Shaq, again, last question. I had the opportunity to play for great coaches, and you are indeed a great coach. I can remember when I was playing for Pat and Phil, they talked about championship at training camp. Is that the message you were talking to your kids about?
No, I mean, we're taking it a task at a time, our heads down. At the end of the day, you got to stack days, you got to stack games, you got to stack possessions. You can only really handle what's right in front of you. We try to be very, very present. So we really haven't had our head in the clouds. We have our undivided attention on whatever's in front of us right now. New Orleans is in front of us, and that's what we're focused on.
Mark Daigneault, thanks for spending so much time with us. I appreciate you very much, and we congratulate you on Coach of the Year honors here in 2024. Nice going.
Thank you guys very much.
Congratulations, Coach.
Well deserved.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.